Hello and welcome to CinemaSlice, where we look at some of the excellent minor moments from the movies and do a little deep dive on just why they're so good. This week we're travelling to a little town called Perfection, population 14. Well, at the start of the film anyway, because we've been watching Tremors and we think it might be one of the smartest B-movies ever made. I'm Mr. W and I'm here to ask, who died and made you Einstein? Before we get started, I need to do a call to action, not like this guy. But just a quick reminder that we'd like to keep making these videos, and to do that we'd also like you to give them a like, a subscribe, and you can even ask us a question in the comments section or make a suggestion about something we might want to make a video about. Tremors then is a 1990 comic horror film, which is to say it's not really a pure comedy, but it is very funny. And it's not really a pure horror film either, but it does have quite a few horror tropes and a great big monster, or two, or well, three actually. It's really a B-movie. It was conceived, written and directed by a creative team of Brent Maddox, Steve Wilson and Ron Underwood, with Underwood taking the directing credit. They went on to call themselves Stampede Entertainment, and there's more on that later. Despite being a bit of a commercial failure, Tremors gained itself a loyal cult following, enough of a following to result in 5 sequels and a TV series, with another sequel on the way before the end of the year.
Way to go, dude!
Shut up, Melvin! So why? Why is Tremors so special? What is it that makes this low-budget monster movie so memorable? And no, it isn't Cowboy Kevin Bacon, although I'll admit I'm quite a big fan. Sorry. The reason it's so rewatchable, so good, is all in the writing. Tremors is one of the finest examples of how to layer foreshadowing and character traits until they all coalesce into a smart, satisfying, well-planned way to end a film. There's so much to like about these characters. They're all so well drawn.
Hey, check this out! I found the accent!
There are great examples like Val and Earl's shorthand way of deciding who gets to do all the horrible jobs.
It's your turn.
Earl Bassett wins.
Can't leave him up there.
Earl Bassett wins.
Thank you, Edgar.
Hey, what do you want, this Colt or, Edgar's old rifle?
Rifle.
Please get back here.
Valentine McKee wins.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Y'all gonna have to take something packs more of a punch in that 30-30. Won't you take one of our Browning autos? Better than that, won't you just take my Model 70? It's 375 H&H mag.
Oh, thanks, Heather.
Decision overturned.
Look, damn it, now listen to me. I'm older and I'm wiser.
Yeah, well, you're half right.
Earl Bassett wins. There's also Earl's determination to show that he's sophisticated in front of the ladies.
I'm a goddamn bitch. Pardon my French. You don't knock it off, you're gonna be shitting this basketball. Pardon my French.
We run like goddamn bastards! Pardon my French.
There's plenty of foreshadowing in there too. Key props that are used later are placed throughout the first 15 to 20 minutes of the film. Sometimes obviously, like this fridge.
We'll see. Hey guys, listen, herring going out.
That alerts one of the sound-sensitive graboids later in the film.
I got it.
Yes, the monsters are called graboids. Sometimes the props are shown with a little less fanfare, like this digger. And a big abandoned trailer. Not explicitly mentioned, just in the background, but crucial when they're trying to escape to the mountains later in the film. To explain the really good stuff though, we're going to have to give away some spoilers, so apologies, but come on guys, it's been about 30 years. Let's set the scene. It's the end of the film. Perennial underachiever Valentine Val McKee, played by lovable and excellently cheekboned Kevin Bacon, has to save the day. He's stranded in the desert with his friend Earl and seismologist and love interest Rhonda. Safety is some distance away on the rocks where the rest of the villagers are chilling out. There's one graboid left. Val has one pipe bomb which will send the sound-sensitive creature herring away in pain. So, pop quiz, hot shot, what does he do? Whoa, steady on. Let's rewind here for a minute. You see, there's a lot of stuff that goes into Valentine's final plan. First up, there's the setting. It might seem a bit familiar by the end of the film because it's where Val and Earl wake up at the start of the film. Well, Val is already awake, he's having a waz off the side of a nearby cliff. So we know there's that too, a gigantic cliff edge, and you even see a rock formation where the rest of the village end up chilling out with country music legend Reba McEntire. Seriously, that's her. Her song over the end credits is a banger, but I digress. Second, you've got to have a plan. At least that's what Earl is always banging on about.
Now look, we don't dig today, we don't get paid today. Now damn it, Valentine, you never plan ahead. You never take the long view. I mean, here it is Monday, and I'm already thinking of Wednesday. It is Monday, right?
Earl is older and marginally, very marginally, wiser than Val.
It's not, and I ain't lying.
15 lousy bucks.
Man who plans ahead.
He's been explaining to Val how they need to have a plan if they want to get anywhere in life. In fact, he's been nagging Val to pieces about this for the whole film.
Sit and goddamn wait till I hear something that sounds like lunch. We gotta have a plan.
Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
Finally, Val gets himself a plan.
What are you doing? I got a goddamn plan!
It's not a very long-term plan, admittedly, but at least it means he's in a position to make some long-term plans because he's not been eaten by a giant worm. Third, and this one is purely a visual thing, from the start of the film, Val and Earl are a team. One of them completes the other. They need each other. How do we know? The cigarette and the lighter. One of them always seems to have one that the other needs. That dynamic got complicated when Rhonda turned up and proved herself an essential member of the team, while they were initially escaping from a graboid out in the desert. And yes, I do feel strange saying the word graboid over and again. They're not a duo anymore at this point, they're a full-blown three-piece, so it's no surprise that when the pair of boys start running and looking for the lighter, it's Rhonda who realises that she's got it. Now let's see how all that factors into the final event.
Better be one hell of a great plan! Go! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Too far, you threw it behind him! Yeah!
And that's it. Neat, sharp writing, cleverly and efficiently giving us a very satisfying film, and a big, gooey graboid explosion at the end. Oh, that's not all. Remember I said that the people who produced and directed the film called themselves Stampede Entertainment? Early in the film, in fact among the very first lines, there's the idea of a stampede to wake Earl up, and remember, that conversation took place in the same location. Clever, huh?
It just suddenly hit me, you know. Stampede.
So Val's idea of waking Earl up is the thing that saves them in the end. We even get an answer to Val's question from the start of the film.
Now, exactly how many cows are required for a stampede, Earl? I mean, is it like 3 or more? Is there a minimum speed?
No, Val. Turns out you only need 1 for a stampede. Oh, shut up, Melvin! CinemaSlice is written and narrated by me, Mr. W, but it's edited and given that special magical fairy dust polish by Charlie Travers. I had a go at doing some of the editing this time, so you can blame me if you don't like it. If you want to get in touch with either of us, then look at the information under this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment. We're on the lookout for suggestions for videos or any questions that you've got. We will answer every bloody one of them. Pardon my French. Also, it would be great if you tweeted, Instagrammed or just straight up told people about this video if you think they might like it. We'll see you next time.